Okay, so we'll start with going to starter GUI and adding a screen GUI to that. Then we'll be adding a frame to that using insert object. Just right click the screen GUI. Then we're just going to change the size to 1010 because that's just to fill the entire screen. Then we're just gonna make it something like greenish, I think. Alright, so now that that's done, let's add a text button. This is going to be our play button. We're going to make the size 0400, 0100 to just make it nice. Now, to center it in the screen, you should be able to do 0505, but minus half of the size. So we're going to do 05 minus 200. And then with the y coordinates 05 minus 50. Now let's just change the text of that to play. And just change the size up a little. Maybe a little more. Nice. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to be changing the color of it a bit, just to match it a bit more. Let's make that green as well. Then let's change the border size pixel because otherwise it looks pretty shitty. And just gonna change the font to my favorite one, to Source Sans Light. Because it just looks really nice. And then let's just add a title to it, just to display the game name. We're just going to make that title in this case, but to fill the entire coordinates, you're gonna do 10 and then something around 0100. Then just gonna change the text to title. Just gonna change the text size. You can also do text scaled, which makes it just the right text for the size. As you can see here, it shrinks when you make it smaller. So that's pretty cool. Now we're going to start scripting. So we're going to insert a script to the GUI. And we're going to start with the variable. So local play button equals, as you can see here, the script is located there. And then above that is screen GUI, and then under that is frame. So we're just going to do screen GUI script.parent, yeah, dot frame, and then dot text button. So that's the play button right there. And then we're going to also make the title a variable. So that's going to be local title equals script.parent .frame .text label. As you can see, that's the title. Now we're going to start scripting. And now we're just going to make that a function with the click. So we're just going to do play button dot. And then as you can see over here, there's a lot of words, but these are the events. As you can see, they're all in alphabetical order. We're going to be using mouse button 1 click, because mouse button 1 is left click and mouse button 2 is right click. So we're just going to put that there, and then connect. So we're just going to connect that to a function, which I'll get to later. Function click or whatever. Then we're just going to do enter while getting rid of the last character, and it's going to automatically put end. Now let's also add the GUI as a variable. So the GUI is obviously the parent of the script, as you can see. So we're just going to do that script.parent. Now when you click on the play button, we're going to be wanting the GUI to disappear. So you go to properties and you can see all of these nifty properties. Now there's one thing over here enabled, and it just enables and disables it, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be changing that. So GUI dot, let's say, enabled equals then a boolean value, so true or false, and obviously we want that to be false, as you can see, because then it disappears. So we're just going to do false, and that's basically the entire script. Now let's add some comments. For a comment you want to do dash dash and then just whatever. So we're just going to be calling this main script clicking, and we're going to put variables over here because that's what they're called. It's just calling the names. As you can see, when we test it, if it loads, there we go. When we test it and we click on play, it just disappears, just like that. Now let's do stop. Now, so as you can see, it's really annoying to have the main menu displayed at all times. So we want to change that. So, you know, if you do enabled false, you don't see it, and you can actually put down a part and just scale it up a little bit, just play with your map. But in game you want it displayed, so we're going to add a prescript, which is basically what it does before the actual function is called, and we're going to be enabling the GUI before the player actually loads in. And that's basically about it for our main menu. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a good day.